Spoilers abound. Today's movie is First Kill, a new grindstone thriller starring a man who doesn't like sand and a man who doesn't like acting. If you're joining me today to see all the embarrassing new things that Bruce Willis will use a stunt double for, well, you're in luck. This is far and away the most screen time that Bruno's stunt double has ever received. More than Once Upon a Time in Venice, more than Precious Cargo. Sometimes I think he actually gets more screen time than Willis himself. Like in this diner scene in which Willis couldn't be bothered to sit in the booth and talk to someone. Or this scene in which his character pushes a woman around. Or this scene in which his head explodes. Okay, director Stephen C. Miller. This is like your third collaboration with Bruce Willis. You should have known beforehand that he would refuse to do this shot and had a plan to work around that. You're getting the blame for this one. Anyway, I'm wondering if M. Night Shyamalan is going to regret not swapping Willis and Sam Jackson's roles for Unbreakable now that he's making a sequel. A guy in a wheelchair is a Bruce Willis role, if I've ever heard one. So, First Kill is about a kid who's constantly getting beat up at school. His dad, Hayden Christensen, decides to take him on a hunting trip so that he can learn to stand up to bullies by shooting deer. I'm not really sure how these things are connected. Deer aren't going to attack you. They're jumpy animals and will sprint away as fast as they can if they hear you coming. If Christensen wanted to teach his kid how to be confrontational and stand up for himself, he should have taken him, bear hunting or something. Anyway, during a trip out in the woods, they are interrupted by a man who is threatening this guy named Levi with a gun and demanding he hand over a key that he's hanging onto. When Levi defiantly tosses the key away, bang, he's shot. Thinking fast, Christensen kills the shooter and to his horror discovers that he was a cop. He rushes the injured guy back to his house so his wife can give him medical treatment. But Levi's got a gun pointed at his son and is demanding that he come with him to the location and show him where the key landed. But, Levi, you're the one who threw the key in the first place. You know the vicinity. Surely it would only take you a few minutes to find. Bringing hostages in this situation only makes things a whole lot more complicated. So the cops show up and Levi bails, taking Christensen's kid with him. Now Annie must locate the key and use it to get some bank heist money that Levi stashed in a post office box. All while avoiding suspicious Sheriff Bruce Willis, who thinks that Christensen is hiding something. So let's start with the stuff I liked about First Kill. The biggest asset this movie has is Ethan Anthony as Levi. I thought he turned in a really solid performance, and he definitely acted circles around Christensen and Willis. He's got a southern good old boy charm to him, and uses it to make us feel for the character whose tragic circumstances have caused him to turn to a life of crime. He actually takes really good care of Christensen's son the whole time too, which was refreshing. He's not just a one-note bad guy. He gives a speech about bravery to Christensen Jr., and it had the potential to be really corny, but man, he sells it. It's probably the best part of the movie. Secondly, Grindstone's golden boy, Stephen C. Miller, proves once again he's got an eye for directing low-budget action scenes. I didn't care for the ATV chase early in the film, but the final showdown between Christensen, Willis, and Levi was actually pretty intense. Marauders is still his best work with Grindstone from a directing standpoint, but this is a close second. Alright, that's enough praise. This is a Grindstone movie, after all. What went wrong? So I put the spoiler warning up, but I don't think you'll be surprised to learn that a big twist reveals that Bruce Willis is a bad guy all along. This doesn't work for a whole lot of reasons. Let's list them, shall we? 1. Of course Bruce Willis is the villain. He's always the villain. If you're shocked to see him turn out to be evil, you haven't seen any movie he's made in the past 10 years. 2. This diner scene. This is the second time we've seen Willis in the movie. A cop walks in to meet Willis in this diner. His back is turned to us, which gives the scene an air of unease. The cop, who seems very nervous, walks over to Willis's booth and Willis asks, "What have you got for me?" Instantly our brains start to think that something shady is going down. Scene ends. So why include a scene in which Willis acts suspiciously if you want us to be surprised when he turns out to be evil? 3. Willis's character is unlikable and unpleasant. If If you have a twist that involves a good character turning out to be a bad character, you should have him be a seemingly nice guy who fools everyone with his charm and winning personality. Willis plays the character as abrasive, impatient, rude, controlling, and just angry in general. I'm not sure who's to blame here. It could be the writing, or it could be Willis's difficult personality and hatred toward acting coming through in his performance. I'm not really sure. 4. Levi should have warned Christensen that Willis was evil. Willis helped organize the bank heist that got Levi into this mess in the first place. His ultimate goal in the film is to get the money that Levi stole. So, at some point, Levi should have explained the situation to Christensen beyond the weak "don't trust the cops" warning that he gives him before kidnapping his son. Like, say, "the sheriff and most of the rest of his department are evil and will kill you to get that money. Keep away from them and get that money back to me." Just let him know what he's up against so he's better equipped to get your dough back. Number 5. The follow-up twist that Bruce Willis killed Hayden Christensen's parents was tacked on and lame. Like, what was the point of that? It was out of nowhere and didn't really add anything. Yeah, so despite some strong direction and one good performance, I can't really recommend First Kill due to the fact that its story is predictable and full of plot holes and stupid character decisions. It's on the top half of my VOD Bruce Willis films list, but let's be honest, that's not really saying much. I give this a 4 out of 10. Oh, hey, and in other news, I can officially call the concept of meritocracy dead as Bruce Willis is getting a comeback film. Yes, kids, this weekend MGM is releasing Eli Roth's Death Wish remake for 2,700 screens, meaning that for the first time since Red 2 5 years ago, that Bruno will be appearing as the lead in a theatrically released film. So since Bruce Willis has been such a big part of our discussions here on Nuke the Shark, I plan on seeing it until I knew how it is. Or how bad it is, because it's not going to be good, guys. See ya.